Hello and welcome to Sitting Down with Schneider. Today is April the 26th, and today we are going to be sitting down with Liberty High School senior Katie Critoria. And there she is. Hey, Katie, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good.
It's nice to see you.
You too.
Hey, before we continue on with the chat, are you okay with me recording this and putting it on the YouTube channel?
Yeah, of course.
Excellent, excellent. So Katie, first thing I like to do when we do our little sitting down with Schneider thing is to have you introduce yourself. Who are you? What are some things you're involved in? Stuff like that.
Okay, well, I'm Katie, and I enjoy theater and dance and art, and it's a little weird with everything going on right now not to be able to do some of that stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, so definitely having a little bit of a void going on, huh? What are you doing to fill that void? How are you keeping yourself busy?
Well, I'm trying to keep up like my dance stretching routines every day to seem kind of normal, and I mean, I'm just trying to keep myself busy with schoolwork and other things that I have to do or can do.
So you mentioned schoolwork. How's everything with all this distance learning going on?
It's a little weird because it's not as much work as I'm used to, but it's not completely terrible.
Not really terrible. I like the really in front of that. It's not really terrible. Um, so you mentioned your dancing stretches. Is that a regimen you've been doing for like all through high school? Is that something, or was that renewed when you started doing um, Chicago and Chorus Line this year?
I tried to do it throughout all of high school. Every once in a while, I get a little lazy and not do it constantly, but it's pretty consistent as much
Right
as
on,
possible.
right on. So hey, what's been the hardest thing during this lockdown, do you think, to deal with? What's been the most just pressing thing with you?
I think probably because I'm so used to keeping myself busy between, theater at Liberty and then theater doing the lights at Edna Hill. And just to all of a sudden just not be doing anything at all. It's really weird to have everything just kind of like cut off right away.
Now, have you committed to a school? I'm not sure. What was your decision? What was your next steps
Yeah.
after
So
summer?
I'm planning on going to DVC for 2 years to, free education, and then probably transferring down to CSU Long Beach.
CSU Long Beach. Do they have a program down there that you
Yeah.
mainly want to be a part of?
Yeah, they have a really good theater program and a really good dance program that I'm going to be part of.
So you want to continue on with the theater and the dance then?
Yeah.
Do you want to do both, like on stage dancing, that whole performance piece, and continue to do, like, you've been so amazing with all the tech over the years. Are you still looking to like do lighting and be a part of that and learn
Yeah.
that whole thing a little bit more?
Yeah, I would love to do that because it's fun for me to be able to like do something and then like watch what I just did. And so yeah, I as much as I love theater and dance, I want to also be able to continue to do the tech and the lighting and the sound and everything like that.
I mean, it's so good to diversify, right? It just gives you more options. I mean,
Exactly.
obviously, ultimately, it'd be cool to be, like dancing on Broadway, but I think doing tech would also be really cool,
Yeah,
right? I mean, have you seen some of those things they do? And just to
it's
be a part
insane.
of that and to be able
Yeah,
to come up with those concepts and everything would be amazing.
exactly.
Hey, one of the things that I like to ask is when we're put in a situation a lot like, like we're in right now, where, like you said, everything is kind of halted, right? And not
Yeah,
kind of, it's totally halted. And it's so different. People will kind of like discover something about themselves, like that they maybe didn't know about before something this major has happened. And just want to throw that at you. Has anything like that happened? Have you discovered anything about yourself this time as this has been going on?
I think I realized how much I kept myself busy beforehand. Like I didn't realize that I did so much other than just school itself. And then, now not doing anything, I'm like, wow, I have a lot of free time on my hands that I'm not used to at all.
So you had it so balanced you didn't even realize how busy you were until
Exactly,
that
yeah. I had
busyness was kind
everything,
of taken away. Yeah.
yeah.
So when this whole thing is all said and done, when it's all over and they pull, hopefully sooner than later, what will be the first like one or two things that you want to go do?
I think the first thing I'm gonna do is probably go to like Jamba Juice or like somewhere and just like get a bunch of food that I haven't been able to eat and then just like eat it all.
Just go, gather, and then like sit in a room and just grub down, huh?
Exactly, like get a bunch of my friends, all go out somewhere and get a bunch of different food and then just like eat it and hang out and like have fun.
You say that the going down to the Jamba Juice. I call it the Jamba Juice. I'm such an old man. Going down to Jamba Juice, right? And you're waiting on that because you're trying to shelter in place, right? It amazes me when we go downtown. Like we don't go downtown to hang out, but if Patty and I need to go like to the post office to go check on something, and we'll drive by like Jamba Juice and Starbucks, and there's still that huge line
Yeah,
outside. Have you seen that, or have you
yeah, because
as you've driven by or been a
I've
part
driven
of
by and
that?
it's like crazy. Because I think like no one's out, but there's so many people that are.
I almost feel like we need to do like a little tutorial on how to brew a cup of coffee.
Yeah, like they don't know how to do it, so let me teach you.
Have you had any as you've been doing like I'm sure you've been doing Zoom meetings, things like that, and trying to interact and stuff. Have you had any um, technical glitches that have just been that are story worthy at all, or anything like that, or any
Um,
funny things that have happened in the midst of this craziness?
Not yet. I have had a couple experiences like over Zoom with like family and stuff that are just like a little weird with glitches, but I don't really have any story worthy ones now.
Nothing major.
Nothing yet.
I was watching, on Saturday Night Live a couple weeks ago. They had a Zoom meeting skit. Oh my God, did you see it?
Yeah.
It was so funny. Anyways, they're just so realistic to me that they could happen like
Mhm.
that. Well, I'm certainly disappointed that we weren't able to do Wonka. I know
Yeah,
that you and Curtis had some cool ideas,
we
and
did.
um, the fact that you're going to be sticking around and not heading down south quite yet, I'm hoping that if we, I've told the kids at school that if we're going to hold off hopefully and
Mhm.
do Wonka in the fall. So if we end up doing Wonka in the fall, I mean, you're probably going to be very, very busy,
I
but
mean, but
there's any inkling of openness where you could, I mean, even though you're out of high school, man, I'd love you to still be able to come back and do that last show.
I would love to too. Yeah.
It'd be amazing. It'd be amazing. All right, Katie. Well, thank you so much for sitting down
Yeah.
today. I really, really appreciate it. It was so great to see your face.
Yeah, you too.
All right, kiddo. You take
Okay.
care.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.